Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the G9 Neo. I've had it for around 6 days. This is future me recording this video. This was not recorded on September 20th, 2021. I'm just trying to showcase the dirty screen door effect that is a potential issue on the monitors. Some it's worse, some it's more, some it's not that bad. I'm showing the PS5 bandwidth. I really enjoy that game of Splitgate. Gotta have your daily B-sod. Now I'm trying to showcase basically if you have two forms of gray, different variants of gray, right? Like you have a dark gray and a black over there. And notice the gray on the YouTube and then the Windows 11 stock clock is a different form of gray. If you have two different shades of gray, like a light gray and then a dark gray, if you click on one or the other, it will cause a flicker. The entire screen dims, like the whole thing. It's not like one mini LED goes off and then it'll be like one section. No, the whole thing, the whole screen, the whole 49 inches, right? 32:9 aspect ratio will dim. Look at it, flick up, down, and Samsung has the best VA panels. And they're great, they're really fast, and they're the only VA panels that are acceptable to use for motion related gaming and all that. But this flick up down thing, it's really annoying, and I've never really found a way to resolve it. I don't think I have a video or a clip of me showing it in Hot Wheels or in Kenna where it was absolutely unbearable and I was losing my mind, but it is an issue, unfortunately.
Alright, now we're gonna make this as simple as possible. G9 Neo firmware update. Alright, you Google G9 Neo firmware. Now what you do is you click on the Samsung link. Now we go to Samsung's official website where you can see that the G9 Neo is completely sold out. Then what we do is we scroll all the way down. Or what you could actually do is you could click support right here. Yes, and then we scroll down to see all support. And then from here, we click on manuals and software. Yes, and then from here you select G9 Neo. Then from there you hit confirm. And from there, you download the firmware. Hit download. Firmware is downloading. It is at the bottom. Now I hit show in folder. Proof that I downloaded it. Did it twice by accident, but it's okay. And we extract it to a folder, making sure I don't have anything bad. Why do I hear noise? I think it was the game audio. Kind of creeped me out there. Alright, now I take this, I copy it. Now I get this flash drive I made. It's blank. The only thing it does is it writes thing to the oh Jesus. I write BIOS. I use it for flashing BIOS updates. Okay, now, as you can see, lens doesn't have more zoom. Hopefully with the new iPhone, you're allowed to zoom more with the wide angle lens. Anyway, now it's on the flash drive. Now I have to pull out the flash drive. Now it is recommended to safely eject your devices. So we shall safely eject. Alright, safe eject. Now what I do, I pulled it out. Now we pause this. Actually, there's no pause on this, so I have to stop the recording entirely. Now listen boys, I know the lighting isn't that good here, but we must work with what we have. And we're plugging in this flash drive to do this BIOS update. I'm not sure what this second thing that's plugged in was powering. I think it was powering my DAC. So the audio doesn't work now, but we don't need audio where we're going. Flashing this firmware update. I guess I could have plugged into the USB hub, but anyway. I'm gonna go verify that this actually worked because I have no idea if it did. So give me a sec. USB device should be connected to the USB port labeled service. Okay. Alright, hold on. This might require a brain. Oh, lights are off. I think the first port is the service port. Okay. Now you don't want to break your ports because then you know you can't do this ever again. Alright, it's plugged in. Alright, now we're gonna, please ignore the entire mess that is on my bed. This is what moving into a new home and being very busy with stuff looks like. I'm sure you adults know how it is. Software update. Now, let's see if it detects it. I mean, it is plugged in. There's nothing else that I can do or even have to do. Now it says no USB device is connected. Please ensure it's in the right port. Alright, so clearly I did something wrong. Alright, 1 sec. I'll plug in the other port. I'm pretty sure I didn't mess it up, but sure, whatever. Like, pretty sure I didn't mess this up. Probably not detecting it. Maybe it's an NTFS or XFAT, I don't know. Should be in FAT32 for this to work. Oh, okay, it was the second port. Okay, my bad. I was right the first time. Okay, now it is updating. You know, it's funny. I was able to go to 1.5x digital zoom in the wide angle lens in the DJI Osmos app, and now it's only letting me go from 0.5x to 0.9x. Okay, so they nerfed my wide angle lens. That's disappointing. I don't know if I have to reset my calibration settings, but we shall see. I'll probably cut this down into as short as a format as I can. Oh, did it finish updating? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, that was definitely not the decision to do. Okay, Samsung Odyssey, it said when it booted. It was definitely a new boot. I haven't seen it say Samsung Odyssey before. It just used to say Samsung whenever it booted. Okay, let's check out this OSD. Okay, firmware is updated. Everything is the same. What's disappointing is in picture-by-picture mode, you can't run 4K, even though it has HDMI 2.1 port. So, I mean, the G9 is great, but that's really disappointing. I mean, this is a different video at this point now, so I'll cut it off. Yeah, new video. So basically what I was complaining about was when you run the monitor as a single source, you can do 4K and you can do HDR. But when you're running in picture-by-picture, you can only do, as you can see, you can only do 1080p 60 hertz or just 1080p in general. I mean, Judgment is not a 120 hertz game. And then I can run my side monitor at 2560 by 1440. And the Gsync monitor I had before, it could only do 1080p anyway. So this is the same, but it's really disappointing. Now we're gonna turn off picture-by-picture PBP, and this is my going to HDMI, and now you can see resolution 4K works, and you can see HDR will work. I'm clicking HDR on right now just to prove the point, but the game that I'm running doesn't have HDR support. Otherwise it would trigger itself. As you can see, HDR standard, it does the same thing like if you have an OLED television, and then just proof that you can see it says HDR. And then it's running 60 hertz, but it can support 120 hertz. I'm not lying if you can see that, but yes, I'm 100% sure. But the problem is you can only run it with one source. So yeah, now I'm going to switch it back to picture by picture. But what I'm actually going to do is attempt picture in picture with my desktop as main. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to set this to picture in picture. I'm going to make one a small screen. All right, hold on, I'm working my magic here. Trust me, we're making progress, even though it looks like you don't know what I'm doing, but I am. I need source 1 to be HDMI, display port. Is that the TV? Come on, man. Source 2 has to be the PS5. Come on, what are you doing? All right, there you go. That's the PS5 and the tiny screen. And we can make picture in picture a bigger screen than that. Screen position, and oh, that's the brightness is too bright in my room. 1 second. That should probably help a little bit. All right, so where's this nib? Of course I grab it the last second before it disappears. Screen size. Oh, that's literally the bigger option. Okay, stop doing that. All right, I'm just gonna place this down because it's going all over the place. It's ridiculous. Google is not behaving. I'm gonna place it at I'm gonna place it at the bottom right and then make it a bigger screen. And I just want to know if it can do 1080p. So that's fine, source is fine. Cannot continue game. Oh, what? No way. When you run picture by picture in such a small screen, it can only do 720p. And HDR is not supported. Is it? Oh, bandwidth. Okay, hold up. Now I'm gonna see what I can do on my desktop, because I did not know this. Oh, hold on, I plugged out the USB hub. Back wide angle lens, let's go back a little bit. Now what I wanna show is resolution. Okay, unfortunately that's coming out terrible. See, now I can do 51, is that visible? Barely. I can do 5120 by 1440p, but only at 60 hertz. Okay, I guess I can do 10-bit color too, so that's nice, I guess. But this monitor in the tiny mode, if that's visible, if you're understanding what I'm saying, is limited to only 720p. Like, I can't, hold on. Maybe I just have to close the game. Yeah, close the game, I don't care. I'm gonna change to a resolution that isn't supported by my TV. Can you see the screen? Say yes. Okay, I take it back. Okay, HDR definitely is not working. But at least 1080p works. Man, I got kind of scared there. If I couldn't even do 720p. Alright, I mean, honestly, man, dude, full array local dimming doesn't work in SDR. It throws off all the colors. Like, most of the games I'm playing on this are in SDR anyway. If it has HDR support, then great. But it's like, it's kind of just like something that you go like, oh wow, like it works for this thing. Once again, I have a canker sore. I bit my lip in my sleep, so it hurts, and now I talk weird. And yeah, it's just, this is disappointing. I might just get a regular G9 because it does the same thing. And it is really nice to watch HDR YouTube videos, and I guess if they do improve the G9 Neo with the firmware update, I will completely regret my purchase. But besides that, right now, I don't know. I don't think it's worth. So I mean, it's fun to play around with, but I mean, HDR just works on my OLED. You don't have to do anything. And with the money I save on not buying a Neo, I can buy a 42-inch OLED on the side. I literally just play my PS5 games. I can put it right here. That was what my plan is. Get an L-Desk, put it right here. 42-inch OLED, and PS5's hooked up right to it. I just turn over to the side, I can play it. And then if I don't know, I can put on like something nice, like a nice wallpaper while I'm building a PC or whatever I have to do over here. And then I still have a really nice I still have a really nice G9 monitor. And then I got my studio monitors here on the side. I can play games and everything. And it's primarily just going to be my monitor for everything. It's going to be hooked up to my main desktop. I'm not really going to do anything with it. And then below it, I'm going to have my XG17, my little portable monitor. Because if my friend's streaming in Discord, I can't watch them play or anything. And until that 42-inch OLED comes out, I can use that little portable monitor to play Demon Slayer with my friends or whatever. Because there are PS5 games I would want to play. I don't really care like how Demon Slayer looks, so I can still play it on the little portable monitor. But HDR is like real jank, man, on the Neo. Like, it kind of worked, but like it doesn't, bro. The contrast is really nice on this, but honestly, I'm just giving it time. Like, I'm using it for like a month, and then I'm gonna go back to the panels I had before. I am gonna sell my 360 hertz because I have no use for it at all. That's definitely going bye-bye. And you know what I could do? I could have my 1440p 240 hertz. I got a 1440p 165 hertz. I can put it right here. Do both panels for productivity. Still have these studio monitors in the center, but the problem is like I would be using one monitor primarily, and because I'm not in the center, the speakers are not hitting me properly at all times. If I was wearing headphones, you'd be like this and then like this. So yeah. And then what I could do is I could put the 360 hertz monitor right here, and then this would be like a whole, you know, space. It'd be like empty, and I can do like, you know, competitive like playing games like on the 360 hertz. I know people will be like, oh, the 390 hertz is better now. I can't play on a 1080p monitor. If you guys can, God bless your soul. I can't see anything on there, man. I had so much fun playing COD or any game in 32:9 on this thing. So nah, but SDR works on it. I mean, I'll try a regular G9, and if it works just like the Neo, but I just can't use HDR, I honestly don't care. But trying to get the Neo to work at times, I mean, if I could get a Neo for like 1800, then I don't think I'd bother. I would keep it. But the thing is, I can't, and I'm really struggling to get that deal. And if I can get a regular G9 with the Geek Squad warranty, like 4 years, you know, anything goes wrong, I get the credit back, I mean, and it does everything I needed to do and I have no issues, then nah, dude, I'm good. I'll grab a G9. I'm pretty happy with it. Because if I can get it around like 1400, and that's including the warranty, the 4-year warranty, then nah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I know people got it for like $939 and all that, but nah. I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. Because I've just been using it as SDR and it's the same thing. And then it's not really that big a deal. The other one goes down 0.6 milliseconds, 5 milliseconds hardware and box thaw versus 5.6 milliseconds on the Neo. But it's just that, like, I don't know. For me, I was kind of justifying it by going like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, like I have to tweak it, and it's just and then I was hoping that the PS5 games didn't look as bad, but like even 4K downscaled to like 1440p, it just doesn't look good. I'm gonna be honest. Like PC games on this 240 hertz, like I don't care.
compared to 1080p 360 Hz monitor, that monitor is disgusting, bro. I don't want to live with that. Like, it's disgusting. PS5 games on this isn't the optimal experience, but playing shooters on my OLED is not an optimal experience either. 32:9 SDR, like it works, and it works great. Like I'm really happy with using a computer like that in that orientation, if that makes sense. So no, if I had to maximize this OLED, I mean this PS5, it would be on an OLED. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, picture by picture is okay if you really need to use it, but the only thing I would ever do is, if I needed to, I'd have my Mac and then my Windows computer at the same time, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, otherwise I'd just use the Mac primarily, and then I'd use a little portable monitor to hook up my desktop if I really needed to do something and I wanted the whole monitor for the Mac. So I don't know, I'll look up what people do if they use like KVMs for the G9 with their Windows PC and their Mac, but besides that, yeah, I'll figure out a way to make this video like 5 minutes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. These are my thoughts as of owning a G9 Neo for about a week.
Hello again, future me is back, and I'm illustrating the flicker when you have the two gamma. I'm just trying to show with different programs it can trigger it. In the beginning I was showcasing the dirty screen door effect, the scan lines. Here you can see that with Steam and File Explorer and Discord, they're all different forms of gray, and you can see hardware info 64 over there. It all flickers. There's no way to avoid it.